Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Tiffany. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my first impressions of a very popular foundation. I'm also going to do a wear test as well to show you guys how the foundation wears throughout the day. I feel like one of the hottest foundations on the market right now is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. So I went to Sephora and picked it up so I can try it out for myself. I am in the color Mo Aurea. Some quick things about this foundation is it claims to wear for 16 hours. It is untraceable and unstoppable. It says high coverage that is supernatural, breathable, fade resistant. Wow, it's infused with raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts to help smooth and improve the look of your skin instantly. It wears longer, stays stronger, and looks better with each hour. Specialized skin matching technology ensures your truest match yet. It also says that it's sweat resistant, fade resistant, and non-drying. It comes in 33 skin matching shades to fit all skin tones and undertones. I personally think the shade range for this foundation is pretty good. I had about 3 different foundations that I could choose from, but I thought Mo Aurea was going to be my best match. They had a great selection of undertones. I feel like with foundations, the undertones are what throw people off a lot. I have a warm undertone, so I need my foundations to be warm, to have a slight yellow undertone to them. If your undertone is more neutral, you'll need a cooler, more neutral foundation, and if your skin tone is a lot more red, then you'll need a foundation with red undertones. So I think NARS did a very good job of making sure all the undertones would have a foundation match. First things first, I'm going to moisturize with my Neutrogena Water Boost Moisturizer. This one has SPF 15 in it, and I really do like it. It's nice and lightweight. And before you apply your foundation, you always want to moisturize. For primer, I'm going to use my Hourglass Mineral Veil. Now that I'm moisturized and primed, it's time to apply my base. Luckily, this foundation does come with the pump. I'm going to pump out 2 pumps, which was not that much. So I'm going to pump out 2 more, which gives me about that much foundation. I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge. This one is by Morphe. All right, already the coverage is really nice on this. The coverage is really, really nice. I do think it's pretty full coverage. I know I don't have a lot of blemishes or dark marks to cover, but normally I like a little bit of my skin to peek through, and with this one, that is not going to happen. So the finish, I believe, is pretty matte, which I like because I have oily skin. Dries down pretty fast. Okay, this is what we're looking like. Not bad at all. I'm hoping that it doesn't oxidize or anything. I think the color match is pretty good. So far, I do like it. I feel like it does give me full coverage, but yet it doesn't look cakey. It looks pretty natural for a full coverage foundation. And I also like that even though it's matte, it doesn't completely make my face flat. You can still see a little bit of radiance in my skin, and I really think that helps even a full coverage foundation look a little bit more natural. So I have this concealer spot right here because I started to apply it thinking my camera was recording, but it's not. For concealer, I'm going to be using my favorite. This one is by NARS. It's the Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the color Biscuit. And I thought it was only right that I use this, number 1, because it's my favorite, and 2, because it is also NARS. So the concealer and the foundation should pair well together. I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my eyelid because I'm going to be using it as my eyeshadow base as well. To set the highlighted areas, I'm going to use my Sephora Mattifying Powder Foundation in the color Golden Fawn. I switched back to the Beauty Blender to set everything. Not gonna lie, you guys, I like the Beauty Blender way better than that Morphe sponge. That Morphe sponge just isn't soft enough, and I feel like it was picking up a lot of the concealer instead of blending it in. As always, for a little bit of double coverage, I'm gonna go in and set my highlighted areas with the Cover FX Loose Setting Powder in the color Medium. Gonna dust away the excess powder. I am gonna leave a little bit of powder around my nose just to bake a little bit more. Gonna set the rest of my face with Neutral Toffee. This is also one of Sephora's mattifying powder foundations. I like to use this neutral powder because I do feel like if my foundation happens to be a little bit too warm or a little bit too yellow, this powder helps to even everything out. See, I feel like the color match now is like dead on. I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring with Bahama Mama by The Balm. You guys, if nothing else, I'm loving the color of this foundation. Normally foundations are either too yellow or too cool toned or pink for me. So this one, I am loving the color. Gonna bronze with my CoverGirl Queen bronzer. So my base is done and I feel like it's looking pretty flawless. I mean, the foundation looks great. Nice and matte, but not flat. I'm gonna do a really quick eyeshadow look. I'm gonna start with this color from the Natasha Denona Sunset palette and apply it in my crease. For the lid, I'm going to use this color here. That is it for the eyes. I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera. I'm just going to add blush, highlighter, and lashes, and I'll be back. I'm back and everything is complete, so it's time for the wear test. I'm gonna try to wear the foundation for a total of 8 hours, which is like your normal work day. Everything is set. I have all of my powders on and my setting sprays. The time is 2:03 p.m. and I've already had the foundation on for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I wanted to show you guys up close so you can see what the before looks like. So I'm gonna wear it throughout the day, get some things done, and I will be back to show you guys what it looks like. Hey there, your girl is back, and I thought I'd get up close and personal and show you guys what the foundation is looking like. So the time is now 9:20 p.m. So I've had the foundation on now for 10 hours, guys. That is a long time. So as you can see, a little bit of oil pushed through around my nose. That is not a big deal for me because, as I've mentioned before, I have oily skin and I get really oily in my T-zone no matter what foundation I use. But I am pleasantly surprised at the amount of oil that came through. It is not much at all, not for me. As always for my foundation reviews, I did not touch up at all during the 10 hours of wear. No powder, no blotting, nothing. The only thing I touched up was my lip gloss, and this time I made sure not to have any on my teeth. Oh, and I also touched up my edges. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I am loving this foundation. I truly am. It looks so radiant. It still looks very good after 10 hours of wear. No blotting, no powder. I mean, I'm blown away. I think this has instantly become one of my favorites. I did a review last week on a drugstore foundation, so if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. It's the Maybelline 24-Hour Wear Foundation. Comparing it to the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, I do like the NARS better because of the color match and also the staying power. Yes, the Maybelline stayed on and looked pretty great after a full day's wear, but I feel like I looked a little bit more oily after I wore the Maybelline foundation for 8.5 hours. This one just looks so much more smooth and radiant. I love it, guys. Now let's talk about price point. This foundation retails for $49, which is expensive, I know, but if you're a makeup junkie like myself, you will think it's worth it. I would recommend going out and buying it. But if you are on a budget or just don't want to pay $50 for a foundation, there are other options out there for you. All right, guys, that wraps up this video. I'm gonna go wash this face. It's been on for quite some time now. The foundation does claim to wear for 16 hours, and I do believe I could get about 5 or 6 more hours of wear out of this. Thumbs up this video if you like foundation reviews, or if you have some other products you'd like me to review in the future. Leave me any questions down below in the comments section. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. I will link all of those down below in the description box. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and until my next one, bye.